Welcome back to You Can't Handle the Facts. Today we're diving into the life of the real Rick Ross. No, not the rapper with the beard and sunglasses. We're talking about Freeway Rick Ross, the kingpin who ruled the crack cocaine trade in the 1980s. So put on your best fake beard and let's get started. Our story begins in sunny South Central Los Angeles. Meet Ricky Donald Ross, born January 26, 1960. Growing up in one of the roughest neighborhoods in LA, Ricky had dreams like any other kid. He was a promising tennis player in high school, showing talent that could have taken him far. But unfortunately, his grades didn't make the cut for a college scholarship. You could say his report card was more F than A. Desperate for a way out of poverty and seeking new opportunities, Rick turned to the streets. It was the early 80s, and cocaine was the drug of choice. But who could afford the high prices? That's where Rick saw potential. He learned about a cheaper, smokable form of cocaine, crack, and saw dollar signs. But Rick didn't just stumble into the drug trade. His entry was facilitated by a teacher named Mr. Fisher, who introduced him to a dealer. Pretty sure that wasn't in the teacher's handbook. With a small loan from his mentor, Rick started buying and selling cocaine. Soon enough, he realized the immense profit potential in crack. Rick's business acumen turned out to be as sharp as his tennis skills. He bought cocaine at $10,000 a kilo, cooked it into crack, and sold it at such a volume that he was making $2 to $3 million a day at his peak. While most of us struggled to make rent, Rick was swimming in cash, literally. But it wasn't just his business savvy that made him successful. Rick had connections. He was supplied by a Nicaraguan named Oscar Danilo Blandon, who had ties to the CIA-backed Contras. That's right, this drug empire had some serious backing. Rick's network expanded across the United States, from Los Angeles to Texas, and even into the Midwest. He employed thousands of workers, making his empire run like a well-oiled machine. Forget rap battles. This guy was orchestrating drug deals that made Tony Montana look like an amateur. But not everything was glitz and glamour. The crack epidemic devastated communities, and the violence associated with it skyrocketed. Rick's empire, while immensely profitable, came at a huge societal cost. Families were torn apart and neighborhoods became war zones. But like all empires, Rick's came crashing down. In 1989, he was caught in a sting operation and sentenced to life in prison. However, the real twist came when his sentence was reduced to 20 years due to a legal technicality, and he was released in 2009. Nowadays, Freeway Rick Ross is a motivational speaker and author. He's turned his life around, sharing his story and warning others about the dangers of the drug trade. Meanwhile, the rapper Rick Ross continues to drop albums and, well, pretend he's the real deal. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the life of the real Rick Ross. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more facts you can't handle.